Okay, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us. We're going to get started, and if anyone is joining later on, this session is also being recorded and will be posted on our webpage for future reference. My name is Alex. I'm joining from on behalf of the Tourism Innovation Lab, and I'm signing on today from the traditional territories of the Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, and Musqueam peoples. And the purpose of today's info session is to talk about the Indigenous Tourism BC Spark Mentorships and Grants program. So today we will be covering kind of the nuts and bolts of the program, what it takes to apply, and there will also be an opportunity to ask questions at the end of the info session. And I would also like to thank our presenting partner, Destination BC and Indigenous Tourism BC, as well as TD Bank for sponsoring a part of this program as well. And with that, I will pass it over to Amy to introduce yourself.
Thanks, Alex. Hi, everybody. My name is Amy Epp. I'm a senior project manager on the industry development team at Destination BC. Not too far from Alex. I'm in Vancouver, he's in Squamish, but I'm also joining you from the traditional territory of the Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, and Musqueam peoples. We, as Destination BC, we're really pleased to be working with ITBC and the Tourism Innovation Lab to bring this program to all of you. And we are really excited to hear your new tourism ideas. With that, I'll pass it over to Francine.
Thank you, Amy. Shaishko Tilskui, Talitzokwa, Tsealis, Casta, Metlakatla. My name is Francine Douglas. My traditional name is Shaishkolwit, and I'm from Tsealis here in the Fraser Valley, and Tsimshian from Metlakatla near Prince Rupert. And I'm the Indigenous Tourism Specialist. It's a shared position between Indigenous Tourism BC and Vancouver Coast and Mountains. And really happy to be here. It's been great working with Amy at Destination BC and Alex and Justin from the Tourism Innovation Lab, and really grateful to TD Bank for supporting this program, and looking forward to everybody's ideas. Like, we've been a part of this program. I helped with the Sea to Sky program, and it was really inspiring. So I'm really happy that we were able to come together for Indigenous tourism. Thank you.
Thank you, Francine. Thank you, Amy. Okay, so we'll jump right into it. First, I'd like to kind of give a little bit of a background about the Tourism Innovation Lab and how we got here. So the Tourism Innovation Lab is a nonprofit initiative that's been created to find, foster, and support new tourism ideas, experiences, and partnerships, and to build a community of tourism innovators, idea makers, and entrepreneurs. It was originally launched in Ontario in 2018, and the lab and the Spark program expanded to British Columbia in 2021. And the program is part of HackForge, and it's based out of the University of Windsor at the Epicenter. And in particular, the Spark program, which is the program we're focusing on today, matches selected candidates with a mentor and provides a source of financial support to help create new tourism ideas to the next level of development and implementation. The components of the program include a call out for applications that is currently happening, with the new deadline being January 17th. So that was extended from previous deadline that we had due to the state of emergency across British Columbia. And once the applications are all received, there is an application review period that we basically have a review jury looking at all of these applications and narrowing it down to the top 5. These top 5 are then invited to a virtual pitch session that will take place on February 10th. And at the end of that pitch session, 3 winning applicants will be selected. And each of these applicants, sorry, I just have to move this here. Each of these applicants will receive a 3-month mentorship with a tourism innovator, experienced operator, or sector expert, a $5,000 grant to support their tourism idea and development activities, ongoing guidance and other resources to support them provided by partners, and access to a support network of tourism innovators, entrepreneurs, and leaders. So essentially kind of like an alumni group. In terms of eligibility, who can apply for the program? Indigenous tourism entrepreneurs, small businesses, community groups, and nonprofits based in British Columbia. Eligible businesses and organizations that are 51% or over 51% Indigenous owned, operated, and controlled, and will offer a bookable cultural experience. And the applicants must be enrolled as an Indigenous Tourism BC member, stakeholder, before submitting their Spark program application. Francine, if you don't mind, I'll pass it over to you briefly to speak to that last point about the being a part of ITBC.
Thank you, Alex. I'm just looking at the people that are participating, and I know a few of you are already stakeholders, and maybe others that I don't know. But we do have a membership-based group at Indigenous Tourism BC, and it's a free membership. All of the fees were waived once we hit the COVID-19 pandemic. And if anybody has any questions, it basically is, it helps us gather your contact information and brings you into the fold of any ITBC service that we offer, whether that's focused on business development or marketing, social media support, or connecting with other Indigenous tourism businesses throughout the province. And there's a quick application process online, and we're here to support people through that process if they have any questions about that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So in terms of what we are looking for in these applications and in these ideas, looking for new Indigenous tourism experiences, product ideas, and or collaborative partnerships that are based in British Columbia that address one or more of the following criteria. So enhances current tourism offerings, creates new high quality tourism experiences, addresses gaps in tourism products and services, motivates travel, longer stays, and repeat visits, and increases year-round visitation and tourism spending. We don't specifically outline categories, but in this particular program, we are especially interested in Indigenous tourism ideas that support truth and reconciliation, sustainability, and or addressing climate change, offer opportunities for travelers to learn and make with artists, creating authentic souvenirs to take home, offer opportunities for travelers to visit the land with guides and storytellers to learn about First Nation traditional territories through tours on land, air, or water, offer opportunities that support Indigenous culinary experiences, and support shoulder season activities in rural areas. And just a quick point here to say that this information, of course, is also available on our webpage. So if you're looking for another place to find it, it's on our website. A little bit more in terms of the definitions and how we see these terms. So a tourism idea we define as experiences, products, and partnerships that motivate travel to your region by people living more than 40 kilometers away and provide engagement, participation, purchasing, and or travel-related opportunities while they are visiting. In terms of it being a new concept, a new idea, tourism experiences, products, and partnerships that are in the ideation stage. So they have either just been created or have been offered for 6 months or less publicly. I keep mentioning experiences. So we define experiences as opportunities for visitors to engage, participate, learn, and explore to gain a local understanding and broader awareness of a destination, often combining different elements. So for example, a farmer's market tour followed by a culinary class that's led by a local chef. Products are also eligible, so buyable goods and services related to tourism in the region, and those could be tours, accommodations, attractions, and all sorts of tourism bundles. We also always emphasize that partnerships drive innovation. So a collaborative partnership would be defined as two or more businesses or organizations working together to promote and deliver a new tourism-related experience or product. So for example, if the zoo was to partner with a cycling group to create a jungle ride event, that would be a perfect fit. How to actually submit an application. There are two components to the application process. We have the written component and the video piece. For the written component, you can now download the application document directly from our website and fill it out, answering the following 8 questions. So as you see on the screen, sharing with us your contact information, telling us who you are, defining very specifically what your new Indigenous tourism idea is, how this idea is innovative or unique, what stage are you at with your idea, who your target market and partners are, how you're planning to utilize the mentorship and the grants if you are selected, and eventually what your hoped for outcomes and impacts are. In addition to the written component, we ask that you also submit a 1-minute maximum video introducing yourself and your new tourism idea. The video, we ask it to be unedited, unproduced. So just a simple video recording. It can be a phone recording, basically for us to see who you are, to get a sense of your passion behind the idea, and to see who you are. This is just an example of a previous round of a similar program that we ran in Ontario. And as you can see, in this particular example, the winner here, TJ Stables, they created a very unique Indigenous signature experience on their land and gained a lot of recognition, and they're doing amazingly well after this program and beyond. And this brings us to the end of the presentation part. So again, I would like to thank Destination BC and Indigenous Tourism BC and TD Bank. Also, just again, remind everyone that the application deadline is January 17th, so it's coming up fairly soon. You are welcome to go to our website at tourisminnovation.ca/ITBC. That's where we will be posting this recording of the info session.